those belts tight. You're watching the Bolt Grand National Series.
Ready? Green, green, green.
Only on Legends Racing Network.
We're live here at Daytona International Speedway for race 1 of the GNS Bolt Racing League. Alongside Aaron Brown here, my co-commentator for tonight's race. 60 laps at the famous 2.5 mile racetrack. And here
It's gonna be an interesting night. As we past 2 weeks we've had the Clash, that was Ardale, and last week at the SRX car duels to set the lineup for tonight. It's been a long build up, and we're finally here for tonight. 60 laps. So it could be a quick little quick race, kind of shorter race here compared to Daytona. Normally you see Daytona 500 around 250 for most races. So 60 laps. Gonna be a two-stop race. Expected to be a two-stop race. One stage though, so 25 laps on the stage. It's gonna be interesting to see if anyone can stretch it that far. It's gonna be pretty close. I think the fuel's gonna be about 22 to 25, depending on how much you save. So it'll be interesting to see how that plays out.
Yeah, it should be an interesting one. We'll look at our some race info for tonight's race. See in the bottom left of your screen, we have the stage on lap 25. Fuel percentage, like Aaron said, 60% fuel. So you kind of trying to get to that stage. Really, it'll be very close. If they don't get a caution in between the green flag and that stage, they could maybe make it to the stage, and they will have probably at least at the pit at least once under green during the second half of the race.
Yeah. So
As practice has ended right now.
It's gonna be interesting. Now, it'll be interesting to see how drivers will play. Will they try and not go for the lead, try and sit back a couple cars back in line, try and save a little bit of fuel? Typically that's what I typically do when it comes down to fuel like this. It'll be interesting to see. But we're getting ready. We're on the grid now, and we're ready to go racing.
Yeah, we saw how the SRX cars played last week. In the dual races, Brady Floyd came out victorious in that race. He's going to be starting on the front row in the pole position, as in total we have 27 drivers, I believe, grading up here for tonight's race. This one's going to be a good one here, folks.
That'll be interesting to see. So, as you mentioned, Brady Floyd, he starts on pole after winning the duel, followed by Pacey Wygent. Will follow him. Will be on his outside on the front row. And Bobby Blowers and Max Merritt will be row 2. Brian Swope, Ronnie Ayers, row 3. So Lane Myers, Tristan Bayer, row 4. DJ Strout and Leonard Williams will be 9th and 10th. I believe Trout was the last driver, or Williams. Happy Act did not show up last week. So 10 cars from last week. So we'll go through the rest of the field here. So we got Nick Capiak, Jeremy Mensch, P11 and P12. Michael Morgan, 13th. Ryan Earhart, 14th. Leah Pelzer-Sharp, 15th. Donnie Kite, 16th. Joey Green, 17th. Kevin Winker, 18th. Mike Rosero, he'll debut start for him in this league. Be P19. Cole Snyder, P20. Rance Llewellyn, P21, Hunter Pietzich, sorry if I pronounced that name wrong, P22, John Matthews, P23, Giovanni Klein, P24, rounding out the top 25, Zach Meredith, and our Greg Pillars would be on this outside, and rounding out the field here tonight, David Anderson in the P27 position, as we're ready to go, we're about ready to go, as we're rolling down the back straightaway here, ready to go race.
Yep, and then tonight's race, like we said, 60 laps. Should be going. Let's take a quick look at our weather for tonight's race at Daytona. It's going to be mid-afternoon, 12 o'clock here, May time, so it's the default iRacing date. 116-degree track tent, that one's going to be a hot one. And pretty high winds, 13 mile per hour northwest. Not sure where exactly, I think that's just the track going down into the back straightaway facing the ocean, I believe, so the east, so northwest.
That'll be
winds.
a tailwind down the back straight, I believe, so that'll be interesting to see how it will handle going into turn 3.
And it's only gonna get hotter because 12:37. I mean, it's looking like it's gonna get hotter throughout this race, but pace car lights are off, so I believe we go in green this time by. So here we go.
As everyone, all the lead up to this race start, the pace car is going to take that hard left turn on the pit road for the first time this season, and Brady Floyd will lead into the green flag, and we're underway at Daytona. Great start for the inside lane for at least for the first 2 cars there. Brady Floyd almost got clear to the outside as we got a caution already.
Caution is out, and one car around. Back, that's Joey Green, David Anderson, I believe. Got a little stack up right there. Oh, at 54, right around. And they saved it, but that brings out the yellow. And I believe that's what brought the yellow right there. It's the only incident I really see right there, unless you see anything else there in front.
They saved it, and I think race control got on that caution as safety for the field. Didn't want to have a big pile up already.
Let's see if we can see a better view of that one from the chopper camera.
Just it looked like from just a check up on the bottom. Looks like just an accordion effect. They didn't really go. Like I said, Bobby Flowers. He was right behind Brady Floyd. Behind him, Brian Swope. Just really didn't get going on the start there. And everyone kind of accordioned, and it was just, well, maybe not him. It was more like maybe like, I don't know, around Pelletier Sharp. That's where it started. I think, oh, okay, I see it now. So the 80 car, Joey Green, I think he thought he was a little bit closer to Pelletier Sharp than he was, and it caused an accordion behind him. They all went into the grass. They all kept it straight, though, mostly. There's some of those guys got front end damage after that wreck, but it's gonna be interesting to see now. We got the early caution, so we'll see if anyone tops off that here on this first time.
Yeah, they could make it this. They could even make it to the stage right here.
Pretty easily. So
from the fuel calculations that we've seen during the practice runs, see what someone decides to do here. There's only 3 pace stops, so they have to pit this time to be able to top off next time by.
As here we go, pit road is open this time by no takers at least down to the top 10. Nick Happyak, he's gonna be the first car down pit road here. Jamie Minch, Michael Morgan, Kevin Winker, Cole Snyder, the 11 car Hunter Pietsch, he's set, and we got Giovanni Klein, Greg Pillar, Joey Green. So everyone pretty much 10th on back, with the exception of a few pitted.
Yeah, most of the guys just splash and dash right there.
Yeah, splash and go right there for everyone.
3-second pit stops right there, 4 or 5 second pit stops.
So yeah, so three extra sets. Tires really don't matter that much here at Daytona. You're not really wearing that much tire. It could possibly help with some handling. It's less prominent in the Gen 6 cars that we're running here than the next gen cars. But I don't think anyone will be taking tires tonight for track position.
Yeah, I think that's all the cars in the pit lane coming off. So that was an early first caution right there. The jitters maybe, you know, first race, real points race, I guess I should say, and kind of just getting going. And we didn't even make it to turn 1, but I think The field kind of, you know, I know it's not a super long race compared to most Daytona races that you see, but it's definitely I mean, it's 60 laps is definitely long enough to, you know, kind of just gotta survive to get to the end, you know, that thing. And we saw the
Yeah, for
SRX
sure.
last week. That was kind of what that race was too, a little bit there. But I think in this race you'll be able to draft up a lot more. Of those drivers last week said you couldn't really draft up a lot with the SRX cars. And one thing to note, no one has really much race practice this season with these cars on super speedways. We raced a completely different car last week, like we've said multiple times. It was a completely different car. The draft and the suck up and whatnot were just completely different. But Juice come this time by, so we'll see what happens here.
As Brady Floyd will go to the bottom, and Legend and Flowers is going to go to the top. So Brady Floyd's actually P5, so that's going to be Max Merritt. But no, yeah, Max Merritt on the bottom actually. So P4. So he's actually going to be the first car behind Brady Floyd here. Now, typically, in the next gen and in the next gen here, the top is actually faster. If you get the couple cars chained up there, the top is better. The Xfinity car is also kind of even, but the trucks, the lower power, it's kind of hard to keep that outside moving. But with the Gen 6, it's a little bit less power than the next gen, probably a little bit more than an Xfinity car. So it'd be interesting to see how the lanes will work and which lanes will be better. We'll see that. We'll probably see that after our first couple laps here if we get up the speed. Probably see the top. I think honestly the top's probably going to come in a little bit quicker. To really be determined. It's always deterministic on how many cars will be in each lane and how tightly they're packed together. But it'd be interesting to see who's also going to make this to the stage. It's going to restart at 21 to the stage. 21 laps to go to the stage. I believe Happyack on back, so P17 on back will probably be good. It's going to be close. They're going to have to do a little bit of saving, I think. Maybe. But it'll be interesting to see who can make it to the end.
Yeah, I don't know what the strategy exactly with some of these guys in the back to try to make their way up for the stage here. If they're gonna try to be aggressive for it, or they kind of just hope the guys in front of them wreck, trying to be aggressive. I don't know. It's just very interesting. It's been a while since I've seen a Gen 6 race here at Super Speedway, and strategy could play out a little differently than what I'm used to driving it like 2-3 years ago. But here we go.
Yeah, here we go. Green flag back in the air.
And
Green flag with a great restart this time, but a little bit slower through the shifts. Doesn't get clear, and he's falling back big time. Flowers pushing Wygen clear into turn 1.
Big tandem on the top right there. Almost 3 cars riding air.
And caution again.
Another caution. That's Zachary Meredith, I think, around right there. He's not.
Donnie Kite. Oh, big checkup on the top again. Big accordion effect again.
Okay.
And Donnie Kite got spun into the inside pit wall.
Ooh, hard hit into the inside pit wall right there. No super right there for that. And yeah, another big checkup, and yeah, we haven't even gotten to turn 1 for most of these drivers at full speed.
Well, look at it'll be interesting to see. They do have one fast repair, so unless you had the pit repair flag, I would personally not take any fast repair and just fix the damage. It didn't look like he got that much damage from that hit, so he might come down and just fix the damage. But this accordion's it would be interesting to see if people will hit hard enough to hurt their radiators, and it'll be harder to push. They might blow up. But I doubt they've hit that hard yet. He pushed pretty. These cars can take up pretty well to the front end, and not get damaged. But I mean, you never say never. The radiator could get busted pretty quickly with all these stack ups.
Yeah, I don't really remember how hard you could push with the Gen 6 cars or not. When was it? 2021 it would have been the last really year of them, right? So it's been about 3 years ago that I really raced these cars at Super Speedways. But back then you could really tandem. We saw YJ and Blowers be able to tandem pretty well on the outside. Just a very, very little sample that we saw in the turn 1 past Brady Floyd. But yeah, two wrecks so far, and both of them just big stack ups in the back. Not sure exactly the gear shifts. We helped Brady Floyd struggle with the gear shifts right there. He went from 1st to 4th on that restart. So I'm not sure if like the gear shifts are different than the next gen car or whatnot. I mean, these are H patterns, I guess, compared to sequential. I don't know if that really affects the iRacing shifting or whatnot, like the clutch and what you have to blip the throttle and something like that. But it seems like a lot of stack ups happening already. Clearly.
Yeah, they've seen really be struggling with the shifts, just laying back, trying to get a jump. It's just not really going very well. Now, this caution brings into question the guys who've been staying out. Will they be able to save enough fuel into the yellow to make it to the end of the stage? I don't think topping off would now kind of be worthless, because you'll be stuck in the back now. But I mean, so I don't think it'll be too hard to move up through the pack. It should be pretty easy. You can go pretty comfortably 3 wide with these cars here. So we'll see the aggression from some drivers, obviously, but it'll be interesting to see who does it when. Now
one thing to note: Donnie Knight, who was involved in it, right, is not taking his faster burst, so he's repairing his damage. Sorry to hear that.
That's a smart move. You got if it's bad enough, you can take it to the stage break. All you got to do is go. Well, at this rate, it'll be I think it'll be 12 laps. No, sorry, 17 laps to the stage. So I doubt you'll lose the lap. You'll definitely will be the only one if you do. So you'll be the only one to take the to go a lap down if the damage is bad enough.
Yeah. Looking at the front ends, it does. I mean, I didn't really see a lot of damage on that 2 car. I don't know, like exactly. I mean, you can't really see exactly all the damage on iRacing, but like overall, looking at it, it looks pretty new to me actually. I mean, every car has a new damage wall now on iRacing, so I think it's a lot more repairable. I don't remember if the Gen 6 had the new damage wall. I think they did have the new damage wall before they went to the next gen car. So I'm not sure exactly what updates they did. They had.
They did, but they I think it was buggy, so they took it away, and they got it after the next gen got it.
Yeah. So I'm not sure. Again, I don't have a lot of experience with the Gen 6 cars recently, so I don't know exactly how much damage you can fix. I know Xfinity cars before them, the new damage wall they just got added to. It was pretty. Once you got a little damage, you're pretty much toast. But I think with the new damage wall, you see a lot more of these cars be able to get repaired a lot easier, and not have to use the faster spur as much. But side by side, pace car lights are off, and reach it to the top side, and Flowers to the bottom.
Yeah, so now Brady Floyd, he's not going to be on the front row this time. We've seen him from last week at the SRX race. And I've seen him race before in other leagues. He loves to control the pack. He wants to be up front, so he's gonna be fighting his way, trying to get back to the front of the pack here, trying to get that lead one of the lanes. Sometimes it could be safer leaving one of the lanes, avoiding the big one. You either probably want to be if you want to avoid the big one. We probably will see one fight in this race. You either want to be in the front of the line or you want to be in the back, just so you can react to it. But that's another dynamic we'll have to bring in later into this race. The big one later on, how many cars could it take out?
Yeah.
Fortunately,
well, 26
fortunately
cars,
we haven't seen one
so,
yet.
I mean, you could definitely, I would say the big one would probably consist of about 10 or so cars. I mean, realistically, I don't think we could see bigger wrecks than that, but you never know at Daytona. Base car is off. Can we go one lap here at Daytona? Green flag is out, and we're back racing live.
And YJ, great start. He's gonna hop right back down to the bottom, right in front of Blowers, and Floyd's gonna get right in front of Ayers. Big check up there. Single file for the front 5. Pilter Sharp, you're gonna have help from Lane Myers on the outside.
As they kind of single file back on the bottom lane. 2 cars on the top. Shuffling up a little bit down the back straight away. But mostly 2-car teams, as well as 1 car on the outside wall back there, but we stay green. We're finally getting up to speed now.
Big spread from a lot of drivers. Now it looks like the top 10, maybe 9 are single file. Now they're side by side in the second pack. This could end pretty badly. They might lose. You don't want to lose the pack, especially when you want to try and get stage points. Stage points could be a big factor if it comes close to making the chase later this season. But the top 9, all pretty close staffed together. They're working really well. Oh, big shove from Floyd there.
I don't know if it was like a little pusher moment that got really sideways down the turn, going into turn 3 down the back straightaway. Lucky that no one got spun around there. But these guys still working out the kinks, seeing who they can trust here at the Super Speedways. Oh, another bad shove from Brady Floyd on Blowers. As 1 car on the outside lane. Who was that? Lane Myers, I believe?
Lane Myers got out of the outside.
No one helping that 18 or 28 machine. He's going to fall all the way back to, probably going to be to the back of the pack behind Tristan Bears in 9th place. If he can slide in actually Max Merritt, he'll slide in the 8th.
The ideal situation for these top front 9, they want to stay single file, want to work together as much as they can, try and pull a gap to the second pack. Now the second pack, they single filed out, they quickly got that back, got back single file. They're going to try and push and try and get back up to this front pack. They don't want to lose the pack. Though you will get that caution, but it will be interesting. But you might, you definitely want a stage win. I would want a stage win if I were them too. But we'll see how that plays out. Who will be more eager for the stage win? Flowers. Flowers got pushed out of line there.
I think he might have blinked right there, causing that. Let's take a look at that one. Let's take a quick replay of that. Another bad shove from Ray Floyd, possibly. Ray's kind of been shoving Blowers a little bit wrong, and
we got a wreck in the Okay, we're good. They kept it straight, but that actually
Joey Green
started to cut away from that. Yeah. So Blowers slow from the blinking caused calamity in that second pack, and they almost wrecked. There are more blinking cars going through each other there. But that separated the main pack. That separated the second pack again. As we actually got battles for the race lead now. Watching, he's on the outside with Ayers. Floyd on the bottom with Pilcher Sharp. A lot of stuff happened. We had 2 cautions to start, and we got 2 cautions to start. We quickly got back going. And now a lot of stuff happening at once.
Yeah, like I said, I thought these guys were kind of just eager to race. We saw it kind of with the big stack-ups in the 2 first cautions, early cautions. People were just kind of eager to get going, get the season going, and I think that's kind of what caused a lot of these shoves kind of been a little squirrely, and I don't know if the Gen 6s are exactly the best pushing. We saw a lot of tandem. I mean, I think with a big pack like this and 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 cars behind you, pushing the pushers is not the way to go.
Oh, and we have a caution.
Yeah, caution is out. We got the big wreck in the back, I'm guessing.
That's a 69 car. That's Brian Swope.
1 car, no steering. I think it's Michael Morgan in the 06. No front end either. His car is completely junked.
Good. Big damage to a couple cars there. We'll take a look at that.
Probably happened right in front of the 06.
Brian Swope just tried to swat into a line, was not even close there. Got turned onto the apron, slid back up the track, tagged the 63 of DJ Trout, and collected the 11 car and 06 car. So big damage to those drivers. Hunter Pietich and that is Michael Morgan. Big damage to those cars.
Yeah, you just thought he was clear, and just, I guess he just, I don't know. That was very interesting. I mean, I think the guy in front of him, he was kind of trying to get by him. That would have been the 6 machine of Nick Capiat. I think he was just trying to draft up and maybe get to the inside, but he just didn't realize there was a car beneath him. Because he was clear in the tri-oval, but going into turn 1, he just the car on the inside. He had a lot more momentum and got side by side with him. But will we see pit stops here? In my opinion, I would not pit because track position has been very important. It seems like the people in the front just kind of staying out of trouble for the most part. We've seen some issues up front a little bit too, but overall, it's been mostly in the back that we've seen these cautions caused.
Yeah, I would. So I don't think it will be worth it to pit here. You just kind of throw away your track position. You still can't make it on. You still can't make it on the one stop if you stand at the stage. So I think everyone's probably going to stay out to the stage. The amount of caution laps we've seen, they can all easily probably all easily make it now. So it'll come down. I'll come down to about an 8-lap shootout for the stage here.
Let's bring in our race leader, Pacey Wygent, for a quick interview here while we have a moment.
If I don't, he might not be in the Discord. Hold on, we gotta find him.
Oh, yeah. Hello, Pacey. This is the broadcast. We got a copy?
Yeah, I got you.
So leading this race right now, we have a few laps to go on the stage. I'm guessing about 8, 7, or 8 or yeah, about 8 laps to go when you go back green. What's your plan here for the rest of this half of the first half of the race to win the stage here?
As of right now, it's just trying to stay up front and get some stage points. From there, it's Daytona, so whatever happens, happens, I guess. Just gonna try to keep this 0-0 up front.
In the first 15 or so laps, you kind of learn who the how these cars handle on the super speedways and whatnot. With the SRX cars last week, you can't really practice pushing with each other and working with each other. You find it a little difficult to not be able to have that practice with the duels being a completely different car, or do you think it's kind of just normal super speedway racing? You kind of don't really need a lot of practice for it.
I mean, at the end of the day, it's just normal super speedway racing. Each car has their own variant of it, obviously, but it's just normal super speedway racing. Everybody's raced a Gen 6 at a super speedway. You all know how two-car tangos, how the draft package works, so it's pretty stereotypical speedway racing.
Well, looks like won the green here, so we'll let you go. Good luck in the rest of this first half of the race.
All right, thank you.
So that was our race leader, Pacey Wygent, right now. Using the outside lane. Inside of him is Brady Floyd. Seen him pretty aggressive pushes and almost caused a wreck actually a few times with Bobby Blowers, but Blowers down in the 17th place, so we'll see how it plays out here. And we haven't really seen a big pack of cars race each other too much. We've seen a little bit of side-by-side action, but they kind of just had like 8, 9 cars. We haven't seen the full 20 plus car field really pack race it with each other. And I'm not sure if we'll be able to see that with the Gen 6 cars. It's kind of very unique style racing with the later updates that they have with the cars. It's very more it's kind of hard to explain, but it's more aero dependent. You have to have, it's a lot more momentum racing like it is in real life.
Yeah, but also that we had a checkup on the last restart again. The restarts haven't been really that clean. Just a couple of drivers just don't get going well, and it causes an accordion and it causes that split. So if everyone can get a great restart, we could see that big pack. It'll be, but we'll have to find out. But it also could come down. Someone side drafts a little bit too hard, don't have the someone else, and they could easily cause a split in the pack. But we'll see how that goes. Looks like the top's going to be a little bit longer this time. Again, so the top seems to be the preferred line for most of the drivers. As the pace pro's going to take that left turn on the pit road once again here tonight.
Winker restart zone, and green flag is out.
Bad start for the inside lane. Brady Floyd didn't get a great restart. He's going to try and slide up in front of Lane Myers, but the gap's not there. He's going to have a gap behind Myers, but Pelletier Sharp right on his bumper. Just stick with the 18 and Pelletier Sharp on the bottom. Just single file out for the top 6 again.
Yeah, we've seen a lot of single file racing off the restarts. So it looks like they can't really stay side by side fully in the turn 1 and 2 on these restarts. The whole top 8 basically was single filed out before we even got to turn 3 and 4. But in the back, it's a lot easier to stay side by side. I think, I don't know, it's very interesting how the gear shifts work. I feel like it's not an issue with the next gen cars. On Super Speedways, but it's side by side in the back a little bit. So here comes Brady Floyd to the outside lane, or to Lane Myers up to 3rd place, and Brady Floyd dropping back to probably down P6.
Yeah, Brady Floyd wanted to get to the outside, try and get up to the front of the pack, but Pelletier Sharp just wanted to stay in line. Didn't want to go up there yet. And so Brady Floyd, fortunately for him, that he only lost 2 spots. There was like a little bit of a gap to the cars behind him. But he's still trying to make that outside lane work. You can just tell by the way he's moving. He wants to get to that front of the pack. He wants to get up there. But everyone else just kind of wants to sit back and just wait out the stage here. Just wait it out, wait for the last couple laps to maybe make the move for the stage win, if they do. But here comes Brady Floyd again. He's got a good run to the outside, but no one's going to follow him again.
As more cars get into the single file back, there's one car on the outside lane. That's 42 of Kevin
Winker on the top.
Will Brady Floyd go with him? Yeah, I think he is. Yes, he will. The touring machine going up to the high side, giving that 42 some draft. Will not be able to do anything.
Side by side with Tristan Bayer on the bottom.
Here comes some more cars. 3 wide now. One car in the middle. It's the 25 of Cole Snyder. Middle 3 wide. Oh, contact! 32! Oh, hard
we got some air there.
Greg Pillar around. And that's a big one right there.
Hit.
That's a pretty big wreck right there. That's 7, I think, cars involved. 7, 8 cars involved. And that all started going 3 wide. As that
and unfortunately, right behind that Blowers. He started up front, and now he's been involved in 2 incidents. I'm unsure if he took his fast period last time, but that could be his night done if he didn't. If he did.
Take a look at this. We kind of just saw it live already, but it looks like 3 wide action right there. And 25 of Cole Steiner just slowly went up into the 32 of Craig Pillar, and that just caused a train reaction of a bunch of cars wrecking into turn 3 and 4. And a lot of passengers probably had to be taken there, and some people might be out of this race. We get a better view of this one, kind of zoomed out a little bit more. Pillar's kind of on the outside lane, and Cyrus clips the left rear, and Pillar almost had saved. Maybe I don't know how he got some serious here multiple times. Yeah, unfortunate for a lot of those drivers involved. No fault of their own, as some of these drivers' nights are probably over. Michael Morgan, I think he did take his faster, but a lot of drivers down pit lane. That might be the end of the stage, actually, if they call it. As down pit lane, everyone goes, actually. I think every single person is down pit lane right now. Oh, Brady Floyd overshakes his pit box big time. Big time mistake from the 20 machines. One car middle of the track. This is 6 of Nick Hybeck. Yeah, right there in the middle just of the track. Not the middle of the track, the middle of the pit lane. As Brady Floyd taking tires. So you only have 3 sets of tires in this race, which is plenty of tires for Daytona, like Aaron said at the beginning of this race. And it's plenty of rubber that these drivers have at their disposal. You don't really wear your tires out too much, but track temperatures get really, really high. It's only getting higher throughout this race, so we could see some tire wear maybe come into play if we get a longer run. I've seen that multiple times, but the fuel percentage, though, you don't know if you go long enough for those tires actually really wear enough to do anything. I see. Basically, everyone down in pit lane right now is damaged machines, damaged cars. His Brave Flair drops all the way to 19th after a terrible pit stop. I think he might have also fixed some damage. He was in the pit lane for quite a bit, 39 seconds. So.
Yeah, the Brave Flair probably just trying out the tires here, just seeing how they work out. Yeah, but like you said, like you mentioned, the track position, he's gonna fall all the way back. It's before tonight. Before that, just track position's seemed to be very important here. But fuel not really a big issue. Everyone can easily still make it on the one-stop race, one stop to the end. So this will be the stage. That's what race control said. So, but I think they will get back going green before lap 25. So I think they called that a little early, but probably safer. Everyone pitted anyways. Hopefully that'll calm things down. People will calm down, knowing that they only got the stage here as they just come to the juice gun. As Wygen shows the outside again, this time he's going to have Winker behind him. Pelletier Sharp on the inside with Ayers right behind her.
Yeah.
So a big shake-up a little bit there is now, so we have Wygen and Sharp on the front row, but then we got Winker, Ayers, Kite and Klein. That's Lane Myers. Actually, Lane Myers jumped big on the outside. He was 9th at the line there, and now he's gonna be line up 6th. So Kite, Klein all went to the bottom. Bayer went to the bottom as well. Anderson also went to the bottom. So 4 cars in a row all went to the bottom there. So we'll see how that plays out. See if those guys want to work together.
Yeah, we haven't really had a long run for tonight's race so far, and I just don't know if we're even gonna the green flag pit stop. I think that would really shake things up. We've seen, I don't know, it's kind of hard to explain. Like we've seen like a lot of momentum kind of wrecks, you know, the checkups and like the 3 wide situations, just kind of people like losing momentum and kind of getting past people. It's just been a lot of weird wrecks so far. Kind of interesting race so far. Not like a lot of aggressive wrecks, just kind of interesting. The only aggressive wreck was really 3 wide. But see what happens here. We still have more than 35 laps to go, so plenty of time to settle in and have some good green flag runs here. Wygen off early on the gas pedal. Green flag is back out.
It's Wygen. He's going to be clear Sharp, but will he move down? Yes, he does. Winker, he's going to have no help on the top. Myers, the closest one back. 4 car lengths back. But he's going to barely slot in. No, it's not clear there. Thanks twice of it moves back up. Almost a wreck cause there. Try to slide in right in front of Donnie Knight. Or Kite.
As mostly single file in the bottom, but some cars trying to make their way to the top side, but I think they're single filing out here. Oh, that was close for Kevin Winker. He was almost not
once
clear.
Again, we're single filing out here.
From Kevin Winker, but single filing out. I think these guys are kind of just calming down for the moment and trying just to settle in. There's a big train on the inside lane right now.
Interesting. Brady Floyd, he was running in front, lost all his track position, taking 4 tires and full tank. So it'll be interesting to see how aggressive he will be to get back up to the front. Currently, he's sitting in 15th as he's going around Leonard Williams for P14. But not going to be able to get the move done. That might actually lose a draft.
You cannot lose a draft in the Gen 6 car. That's one thing I remember.
Here comes Hunter Peach. He's going to have help with Cole Snyder on the outside lane. We're going to try and get a 2-car tandem going.
Oh,
Lee Mars, he's going to hop up.
Car.
And here comes Kevin Winker. Here we go. We got the top building up here.
Can they do anything though? Down the back
Zach Meredith's gonna hop
going
up.
back to the inside. Kevin Winker does. As here comes the outside lane. 5 cars, now 4. Now back to 5.
He's gonna hop up.
Some of these guys are really just...
Oh, but Klein's gonna bad shove. That's gonna cause a big checkup. They're gonna be 3 wide. Myers gonna shuffle down in the middle.
3 wide in the back now.
Myers gonna shove it to the middle now. He's gonna have to fall back to the back of the line. Winker still leads the line on the top. 3 cars clear in front. Winker's gonna try and sliding. Heavy, really tight side draft there with Bayer on the bottom.
As
Winker just getting big shoves from Klein now. They're trying to work that top lane. Meanwhile, the top 3 kind of getting a little bit of a gap. Aero Sharp and Wygent.
yeah, the top 3 kind of pulling away from these guys, side drafting each other. But now we really have a big pack. It's just the bad pushes we've seen sometimes off of 4. Do not want to push off the corners. Oh, where did we go?
Winker! Big contact and Bayer goes around! They kept it straight mostly, but Klein ends up spinning back onto the racetrack and gets hit by the 06 of Michael Morgan. Big damage to the 06 car once again. Pretty much a similar incident.
Another just bad shove right there. And not a lot of damage from these. I don't think they got too badly damaged from the looks of. Oh, as soon as they say that.
Yeah, Michael Morgan, pretty bad damage, along with Giovanni Klein.
Looks like Giovanni Klein just give a bad shove to the 42 right there of Kevin Winker. That got
and Michael Morgan, heavy damage on his right front tire. His right front tire is completely broken. And he towed the pit road.
Winker's very lucky he did not get involved in that wreck right there. Being completely sideways. And I think he hit the Tristan Bayer. He hits on the inside lane there. And another just bad shove. I was just talking about that. You can't really shove on the right rear, left rear. You gotta center it, especially with all these different manufacturers, different noses that these drivers have. But another caution out for tonight. As we're just reaching halfway this time, I believe, well, next time by, not this time by, but so far it's been a pretty just kind of just survival. I mean, the front's been pretty, the front 3, 4, 5 or so has been pretty calm. Other than that, man, these guys are really ruthless in the back and middle pack. Try to make moves to get to the front. Looks like track position is very important for a lot of these drivers.
As we have a couple takers down pit road here. As Kite will pit from P3. Floyd's gonna pit from the back. Happyack, so they still won't be able to make it to the end on fuel. Maybe with a couple cautions, the amount of cautions we're seeing, they might be able to do it. It's gonna be a lot of saving though. You have to save about 8 laps of fuel under green, so they're obviously not gonna be able to do that.
Yeah, that's a lot to ask for a driver to save 18 laps of fuel. So definitely not gonna be happening there. But definitely you can if we can go green, it could be different interest. It could be different strategies of when you pit later, pit earlier. So you just never know. As these drivers on the back straightaway now, coming to 1 to green this time by Choose Cone. And really, the restarts have been pretty spread out. A lot more spread out than I thought. I mentioned that before, like 2 restarts ago. They just kind of single file out before they even reach the middle of the back straightaway, especially the top 8 or so, which is very unusual for most of these pack races. Usually, you at least stay double file for quite a bit with the next gen car, but I think with the Gen 6, the side draft really just kind of affects you. You can't really stay side by side at low speeds.
Yeah, the I believe side drafting in the air bubble with the pushing is a little bit more drastic in this car compared to the next gen. But maybe the next gen side draft is a lot as well. So I think similar side draft, but the air bubble is probably a little bit more present in this car. So it's a little harder to get to someone's bumper. So you have to choose cone this time. So Wygen, he's went top pretty much every time, and looks like he's gonna go top again.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
Now
this
will be just by the halfway.
Yeah, I'm not sure if the different lanes really affect how you do on the restarts, but I think it's just more of preference of who you want behind you and who you want beside you. I think that's really what Wygen, and that's why he chooses top all the time. Also, you can kind of just like slot in front, since you control the restart, you can kind of just slot in front of the guy on the inside and just clear them before you really even get to turn one, if you get a good enough restart.
Yeah, but more people have been choosing the top, so I think just the more cars on the top, just more chances for recording, and I feel like that's why we're getting most of the checkups on the top. So Wygen will leave in the green with Sharp on his inside. And Winker just barely escaped that last caution. He's going to restart P6. So, couple of cars out. Greg Pillar, he's in the race 2 laps down. As I was saying earlier, Bobby Blowers, he got his lap back. And also Michael Morgan, he's done for the night after that wreck as well. He had pretty heavy damage from that wreck.
Here we go, going back green here, halfway done, 30 laps down, 30 laps to go. Pace car is off, and Wygen will lead us back to the green.
So Wygen a little slower on the start, big shove from Ayers on the start.
He is clear. Will he stay top though? Yes, he does for now.
A little bit tighter through the field here. The bottom's gonna be really tight up here. Really tight. Ayers and Wygen, they're gonna move down from the top.
Man, they got such a good launch.
The
they got such a good launch. Just in that little short shoot in the turn, going into turn one. Crazy how the momentum and the shifting just is such a big factor going down to turn one.
That's a big momentum coming from the outside here. Lane Myers, that's DJ Trap behind him, and Brady Floyd on the outside. As now the 88 car of Zach Mayer, they see some movement from the outside. Sharp and Winker, they're going to move up too, and here comes the outside lane this time. Will it work this time? I think it will. Here comes Sharp. Big shot from Winker. They're going to fly by the inside lane of Wygen. Not going to steal the lap lead, but Sharp's going to take the race lead on the outside lane.
Lower Sharp getting a great shove for Winker, but Winker's all sorts of sideways. Sharp, tried to clear himself on a Wygen, but just not didn't have the space there on the inside lane, on the outside lane to go to the bottom.
Ayers, big push to Wygen. It's going to build the momentum back to the bottom. The outside not really as tight from 3rd to 4th, 5th car. So it's kind of killing the outside lane. Winker all the way back over Sharp, trying to build that run back. Oh, but bad shove. Sharp almost goes around. Holds on to it. Contact in the back with Meredith as well. The outside line quickly falling apart here.
Oh,
Sharp, big wiggle again.
Man, these cars seem really on edge from just the shoves we've seen multiple times. A lot of these drivers. Oh, again.
Another big wiggle from Sharp.
Is the top 3 pulling away big time?
That's slowing up the inside, this back half of the pack, and the top 3 pulled away.
Can they tandem away? We saw this in real life in the 2018. I think they Talladega race through a hospital way, but can they
here comes the inside again. The inside again. Here comes Leonard Williams. He's gonna have a big run on Hunter Peach.
A Sharp.
Peach is gonna move us to the top.
Around.
Sharp goes around.
Oh, gets collected. Oh, hard
And
hit.
that's gonna bring another
that's
caution
Blowers.
out.
That's Blowers right there. Hard hit and just sharp. 34 machine. I know he might have neck coded. Nope, his tire is completely destroyed. So he's
As
probably
Blowers,
done for the
yeah,
night.
another incident tonight. Just unfortunate. Got the second in last week, third last week in the duel,
Well, he's
and
gonna be out of
just
this
now
race.
multiple incidents tonight, and yeah, I believe
Just
that will end
another
his
bad
night.
shove. I mean, I don't know if it's a high track temps or whatnot that are causing the guys to be so loose. It just seems like it's these cars just on edge, like a lot of wiggling around around the racetrack.
It seems like the tail of these cars just seem to be very heavy, so it's kind of fishtails. The back end likes to swing around. It doesn't help when you got someone all over your bumper.
As we're gonna take a quick break, and we'll be right back before we go back.
Pull those belts tight. You're watching the Bolt Grand National Series.
Ready? Green, green, green.
Only on Legends Racing Network.
We're back live here at Daytona, race 1 of the GNS Bolt Series Racing League. And right now we're under caution. And Casey Wygen in your race lead.
Pacey Wadgett, he's been leading pretty much this whole race. Been able to control the lead very good, and holding on to the lead. Catch the caution. Just no one can really get by him before another caution. We've had multiple cautions here tonight. Just pretty much all bad pushing. The driver's really struggling with the pushing. Just really on edge with these cars. As it doesn't help with the wind. 14-mile-per-hour northwest wind now.
Yeah, let's
So
take a
the
look
wind's
at
higher, a little bit higher than earlier.
Take a look at
I
our
think
weather.
maybe
See how the history of the weather's been so far.
Yeah, we're also the track rose to 126. So that's
Yeah, you kind of see just gradually getting more and more from the. I mean, it's been an hour since we last checked about. I believe around there, 45.
yeah, it is now 1:25 p.m. in the sim, so it's risen 1 degree on the. Actually, I believe on the ambient air temp, it's kind of risen very slightly, but the track temp, I remember it being 120.
I think it was like
So
It was 113, 118, somewhere around there. But it's risen quite a bit, especially with the rubber game put on the racetrack and these cars just heating up the racetrack. It also heats it up quite a bit.
So Wygen, we just passed the choose cone. Wygen, he's gonna take the top once again. Air's gonna follow, and this time Max Merritt is gonna be on the bottom. So new challenger on the front row, kind of like we seen last week in the duel. We kind of had sorry, not last week, in top tier on Tuesday. They kind of had like really don't think one guy, one of the two main contenders, stayed in front row pretty much the whole race. But that's kind of seemed like what it is. Wygen been on the front row pretty much every restart here tonight. So great, been in great position all night. As meanwhile, Brady Floyd, he pitted from the lead, he pitted up front, and he's not been able to move up. So track position, very key here tonight. Very interesting to see who will be able to take the, who will take runs, take the pit stops, take the pit stops away. And actually, we're gonna restart with 23 to go here. It's gonna be very close on fuel if you topped off that last caution.
As pace car lights are off and the pace car down pit lane. And Wygen gonna lead us back to green.
Wygen Ayers, great restart again, but Wygen only clear the bottom this time.
We've seen
As Merritt, he's gonna have help from DJ Trout on the bottom. But bad push to the outside. Top three almost clear, but Ayers and Wygen are gonna leave Peach on the top.
We've seen Ayers and Wygen just have something different that they have just in that little short shoot. Going into turn one, they just seem to clear everyone on the top side. They're just able to get down low and pull away.
As here comes Peach and Wanker on the top. Wanker not afraid to lay the bumper. Another push, almost into disaster again.
It's hit or miss sometimes. Like we saw, he pushed Sharp all the way to the race lead, but then turned Sharp 2 or 3 laps later, and it's very, you know, die by a sword, live by a sword. What is it? Live by a sword, die by a sword, you know, type thing. And maybe later in the race with like 3 or 4 laps to go, you can definitely do that. But I don't know about 20 laps to go. Kind of want to just calm down right now.
Interesting. Wanker's gonna leave the bottom, leave Peach on the top. Lane Myers, he's gonna stick with Peach. Peach is gonna move down though. Now Brady Floyd and Lane Myers on the top. Big push from Floyd. Almost turns Myers, but it's killing the outside lane. The outside lane's gonna fall way back.
Oh! One car around, Brady Floyd involved, and that's a
we got another wreck.
Big wreck. Oh, Brady Floyd around, ahead again. And that's
multiple cars involved. More cars piling in.
Cars. That's
4 or 5 car wreck
Lane Myers
again.
right now. Brady Floyd involved, Joey Green involved, Giovanni Klein involved. A lot of drivers involved right there. Let's take a look what happened. Looks like it was right around Brady Floyd. I think Brady Floyd just gave a bad shove to Lane Myers in the 28 machine. And Brady Floyd's front is completely destroyed.
The shoving in this car just seems very kind of pointy. It feels like the cars are kind of pointy. One push and the way the cars handle, they kind of dart to the one way. And you can't really get on lock onto someone's bumper like you can in the next gen sometimes. But it's just another incident with the bumping just gone wrong. More cars involved. Brady Floyd, I believe he's got heavy damage on the front of his car. He hit the Indy car, Joey Green.
A lot of cars involved there, and that could take out quite a bit of cars. I think Joey Green's done for the night. Giovanni Klein might be done for the night too. Brady Floyd still has a faster pair. Lane Myers still has a faster pair left, so he'll be okay.
As now that caution, it's going to open up the fuel window. Everyone can easily make it on fuel on a regular distance here, as everyone's going to take it down pit road. Actually, Nick Happy out. He's going to stay out on the racetrack.
And Louis Sharp staying out on the racetrack. Leonard Williams on pit lane. As the ticker kind of shuffling it out here. See who actually stays on the 4 cars staying out officially. As splashing dash for a lot of people. Some drivers taking tires. Interesting strategy call here. I'm not sure really tire wise if you really need to, but let's talk to the Nick Happy and see what he has to say about staying out there and not taking fuel. If we can get him through a quick interview here.
Nick Happyak, welcome to the booth. You got a copy?
Howdy, how y'all doing?
All right, so we're interested to see what's your strategy here staying out. Do you think you got enough fuel to make it?
I hope so. I feel like this is my only chance at survival. I already had to use the fast repair. It is very dangerous in the middle of that pack, and I just needed to do something to get away from that. And I knew if I went to the back, eventually I'd have to fight through the hornet's nest. So I figured this would be the safest route, and just kind of hope that the cautions keep flying.
So we've seen a lot of pushes going wrong here tonight. I want a little driver's perspective. How has been the push? How has the pushing been? How like has the car felt darty or like kind of like pointy in some instances?
It is. It's kind of, I don't know. When you get the bump, typically it's kind of like a smooth, kind of loose. I mean, unless you get drilled really hard, it'll want to just spin it out. But tonight, it almost feels like the nose of the car is going under the rear bumper and it's lifting. It feels weird. I really haven't been dealing with it much, being where I was, but the checkups have been the biggest problem that I've been dealing with. There's huge checkups on all the restarts, and especially down the backstretch going into turn 3. And I think that might be what's kind of leading to the bad bumps, but I don't know. I just needed to get out of that hornet's nest and get somewhere safe.
All right. Well, as you see, hopefully this strategy works out for you as we're on the green. So we'll let you get you back in and focused, and good luck. Good luck in the rest of the race.
Sounds good. Y'all have a good one.
What was he in? Oh, sorry. I dragged him back to the right chat, I'm pretty sure, so.
I have no idea. So.
Yeah. Well, hopefully he'll find his way back. Hopefully.
Yeah. Well, he's the race leader, so you know. That's.
I think I got him back in the right chat. Sorry about that there. Anyways, interesting strategy here, so we'll see how it works out. Fuel could be close. I believe he last pitted around the halfway mark, so with the amount of caution, it hopefully works out here. We'll see how it goes. He's going to have Pelletier Sharp right behind him. He's going to have the 25 car Cole Steiner on the outside, and Wygen came in pit road there. He's going to be 4th, so he's didn't really lose that much time on pit road there.
Yeah, like I said, 4 cars staying out here, so actually 3 cars staying out, excuse me, but well, no, 4, just the juice gun kind of mess up, but we'll see what happens here. Pace car is off, coming to 18 laps to go.
Here we go, back underway. Happy I could get on the lap. How big accordion on the inside lane. Merritt didn't get going on the bottom. It's to see, well, Wygen and Ayers working together. They've been working together all night. They're going to instantly hop back to the bottom, fill that gap.
Those are the 2 to beat right there for tonight's race. I think those 2 are definitely the top guys right now to beat.
Yeah, Wygen and Ayers, they're already 3rd and 4th in this line, and I think once Ayers is clear, they're going to get a run. They're going to move out to the outside. They're going to have a run on Sharp. Roger's going to have a run on Sharp. Yep, he's going to move up to the outside. Going to be side by side on the outside of turn 3 here. Knob doesn't have the run formed with Ayers behind him. They're gonna, here, another run. Wygen's going to move up. He's going to have Ayers this time. Merritt, he's a couple car lengths back. It'll be interesting to see where he goes when he catches. Wygen's going to be on the outside. He's going to pull even with Happyak going down to the turn 1. Now Happyak, he's going to be closer on. He's going to be closer on fuel here. He doesn't really, preferably, you don't really want to be leading, because that's when you're burning the most fuel. If he's close, you don't want to be out there too long.
Yeah, it's little packs increasing in size right now. Up to 8 cars now. Looking like 4 more cars join this one. So we're up to 12 cars in this pack. A lot of cars out of this race are kind of in the back right now. Will this allow these guys to go green for a longer time than they had before? Because I don't know the longest run we've had, about 5 laps probably, I would say.
Yeah, probably about 5 laps. 5. I think we may have probably got closer to 8 later, towards the end of that stage, maybe. But Wygen and Ayers, they're gonna be clear into turn 1. They're gonna stay up top this time. Ayers was fully clear.
Yeah, I think
Havok, he's gonna be closer on fuel. He's really hoping they hop down so he can kind of lift and just save a little bit of fuel.
yeah, it feels like Wygen and Ayers have this like push the bump drafting package is figured out completely compared to the rest of the field. Those two have been perfect basically all night long. I don't want to jinx them with 15 laps to go, but man, I just don't see how those two, if they don't separate, I don't see how one of those two don't end up in victory lane.
Yeah, the key to win this race is going to be to separate that 00 and the 17. They're gonna be the ones that you gotta beat here. You gotta get those guys separated. Don't want to get those guys lined up because they got the bump draft, like you said, they got the bump drafting figured out. We'll have to see if anyone will be able to split them apart. But right now, Ayers and Wygen is just working that outside lane, not really clearing down. Now they're gonna be cleared by about 3 cars here. They're gonna move down. They're gonna move down in front of Havok. Snyder, he wasn't able to get down, so he's gonna be the leader with Myers right behind him on the outside.
Lap car up.
Let's get a lap car, probably Blowers here.
I think he has a little damage. Looks like he's crab walking to the right side, so we gotta watch out the outside lane. They gotta avoid him. Make sure no one gets into the back of him. Looks like everyone got through him clear. For the most part, few back markers right there. Oh, one car close to him right there in the back, but then they got through.
That's the outside, pretty closely stacked up. They're not
Ayers,
not losing a bunch of time
here.
here.
Outside lane.
Yeah, now this is gonna be interesting. Wygen, he's gonna block that line. Big
what
block.
a block! Perfect move by Wygen right there. What a perfect move by the 00 machine. Keeping his way asleep, but he's way out in front right now. This is gonna be tough to block this one.
Here compared to Snyder. Ayers, he's gonna be sidetracked pretty hard there on the bottom. This could be the point where Wygen and Ayers get separated.
Oh, they're sideways.
But here comes Snyder. He's gonna go to the bottom. He's gonna cross under Wygen. Now that's gonna be. Now this is the move. That could be a move of the race here. He split up Wygen. Wygen and Ayers, they're gonna be side by side now. So Snyder can easily work both lanes here from the lead.
Just gotta make sure you don't get yourself turned here. Snyder already uses faster burst, so he can't be risking it too much as Wygen easily gets to the outside of him. Snyder tried to block for a second, but here comes Ayers, gotta give him a shove. Ayers been a great shover all night long. See if he can do it to Snyder.
Now Wygen, he's gonna hold that outside. He's gonna have Myers behind him, but now Ayers and Snyder on the bottom. Now it's gonna have to play out. They got the most dominant pairings. Actually, now Brady Floyd, he's gonna go to the middle 3 wide. He's gonna try and move up to the front now.
This racing's getting pretty aggressive here with 12 to go. 3 wide for about 6th, 7th place right there. Boy, you gotta move himself up back up top. As the outside lane kind of now the more dominant lane, inside lane kind of chucked up and
Williams
lost
got really loose off turn 2 there. That's going to put him 3 wide, and now that's going to allow the top 3 up top. They're going to clear the bottom by a big margin. They're clear down. Hunter Peach, he's going to move down to the bottom, right in front of Snyder. Myers going to follow. Wygen's just going to follow him. They're going to be single follow at the bottom. Peach going to move up. He's going to have Snyder to the outside. Here comes Williams. He's going to have the run on. He's going to have to get the Snyder, give him a big shove to Peach. But Williams looking 3 wide, all squirrely there. As this time by, they're becoming a 10 laps to go. The intensity picking up here in the final 25 miles of this race.
Oh, Williams almost left rear Cole Snyder right there, going 3 wide. Brave play pushing Williams. Go. Oh, I thought he was going to the top side. He's going to push. Who's that?
3 wide on the back again. Very tight there. Klein on the bottom. 3 wide with Floyd, Trout, and Klein. Klein's going to back it off, but the outside lane just dead again. He's going to desperately try to make it work. Will anyone go with him this time? No one goes with him. Here comes Williams. He's going to try and get the outside lane to work, but Pete's going to fall right back in line. He's going to big shove to Merritt. Merritt got sideways there by the top 6. Single file out up front. So now the bottom, just overpowering the top. No one really able to build the run on the top. Williams, he's side by side with Peach, with Floyd right behind him. Now, do we see another bad bump? It's been very, very common here tonight. Pretty much all of our cautions have been caused from bad bumps or accordions. Outside lane, not really able to get anything going. The bottom, everyone, the top 5, just stay on the bottom, content with where they are currently.
Yeah, we have a very...
He's gonna move up. Coming off turn 4. Peach is gonna be side by side with Sharp on the bottom. Big checker on the bottom now. Towards the back end of the pack. That's gonna allow the top to build. They got 6 cars on the top now. 4 cars clear on the bottom. Sharp's gonna clear now. Peach trying to slot back into the bottom. I think he's gonna stay up. Oh my God! Peach is gonna get turned. Contacts in a they all keep it straight.
What a save! Wow!
What a save from all the drivers there. But that's gonna split the pack big time. Great save from everyone. But now that's gonna give the top 5 a big gap to the cars behind.
Yeah, now it's a 5-car pack right now. Can the Leonard Williams, Reggie Floyd, and a few others behind Cole Snyder, I think, back there, can they catch up?
They're trying to fill him up. Williams is damaged. Floyd's gonna leave that pack. He should have Snyder right behind him. But there's too many cars separated here.
I don't know. With
top
7
5
laps
just
to
getting
go,
away.
It's gonna be interesting. Can they catch them when they start battling? Because they're only about they're losing a lot of time though. 3 seconds back now. I don't think it's gonna be enough.
There's only about a 4-car pack compared to a 5. They gotta be really good on the pushing. But keep in mind, Happyak could be close on fuel here. He might have to duck down pit road.
Yeah, the 6 machine right there. He was kind of hoping for that caution to come out, to be honest with you. I think at this point, and that really separated the field. Just another bad shove, really. It's the most of the incidents we've seen all race long. Just little bad shoves. We talked to Happyak earlier, right before this green flag run. He just said it's a lot different. It feels like the cars kind of like the ARCA cars. I think that's what he's kind of describing them as. When you kind of shove them and the rear end picks up. I think that's kind of with how these cars are handling.
Yeah, that last lap, that's down the second pack. They're going to get a little bit more of the form. They got a 4-car pack, a little bit spread out. They were 9/10 slower that last time by, but this time by, we'll see compared to Brady Floyd and Pelletier Sharp. This time by, Pelletier Sharp at 45.135, Brady Floyd 45.304. So the second pack just a couple tenths slower now. They've got to they got it filled out, but it'll be interesting to see. Will Happyak be able to have enough fuel? And if he loses, if he has to pit, it'll be even ground, 4 versus 4. Who will be the better pack of 4? So you have 5 laps to go this time by actually coming to 4.
Yeah, that second pack really needs this front pack to start battling side drop each other pretty hard, because they can gain probably around half a second if they start battling really hard, and that's all they really need. All they need to be is within a second, really, and they have draft. So if they get side by side, start side dropping each other, they can maybe make a push with on the white flag, but they gotta start now. And I just don't see that happening with these guys. These guys kind of know what they're doing, I think, out front. So
that time by, Floyd was 2/10 quicker than Sharp at the end of the pack. It's right now it's not enough. The gap was 2.9 to the back. If they can get within a second, they'll have the draft. But time is quickly falling apart, as actually Merritt's falling off the third pack. They can't lift. They're coming to 3 to go. The time is falling. It's just running out of time here.
Because we have a lap car ahead. That's gonna give this. He goes high, but I could have given the lap. I'm not sure where he was in green 4. I could have given the front pack some draft. That's what the lap time is this time by. 45.2. Lloyd 45.4. 2/10 slower that time, so he kind of just loses lost all the time he gained that last time by.
Yeah, they lost that 4th car, and the 8 car, Williams, he's damaged. He can't really get to the back of Snyder really good. Now, if these top five, they gotta kind of hold off on the battling. They gotta wait till the last few laps. Who will make their move first? Now, keep in mind, Wygen's leading. Ayers in 3rd. Ayers could easily move up, and Wygen could pull him along to make them a 1-2. They've been the biggest pair tonight, but right now, Myers, he's sitting right between them, trying to spoil the party.
Yeah, Will happy at making on the field? That's one big question.
2 to go. You gotta make it 5 more miles here at Daytona. It's a long time. That time by 45.2 for Sharp, 45.4 again for Floyd, but they're gonna have the lap car Red Pillar in the way here. They're gonna get the draft off Pillar. Could that help them? They got that time by was 3.3 seconds from Floyd to Sharp. So it's gonna get out of the way. They got 2 laps to go though. Right now, Myers all over the back over Wygen. Trying to keep him away. Happyak and Sharp kind of falling back. Caution is out! Caution is out! That's going to change everything!
Oh, one car up the racetrack into the outside wall in a turn. I believe
that's Max Merritt.
Turn 1 and 2, 3 and 4. Also, yeah, Max Merritt involved. Zach Meredith involved. And
oh, yeah, the 3rd pack.
Caution comes
Brian
out.
Earhart, very slow. He just got ran over. He was just really slow on the top, going 150. He just came off pit road. Yeah, he just came off pit road. Trying to get out the way. And they were trying to make them. They were side by side. They just didn't see him until the last minute, and just caused the big wreck. Just Merritt, and Earhart all involved there. No one else, I believe, no one else involved. Oh, actually, no, they did. Donnie Knight and Brian Swope, they got together, avoiding Earhart at the last seconds.
Oh man, yeah. Just seen the wreck for the first time. Couldn't get to it for a while because of technical issues, but it just, I think he was coming out the pits. You said, I believe, and yeah, it's a very weird incident right there. It's kind of everyone moving at the last second really just is what caused that one.
Now that's actually going to be close. Now, Wygen, he led the whole time. They last pitted with about 20 to go. Will he be able to make it on this first green white checker?
Oh, that's good. Oh man, that's gonna be unfortunate.
As expected, Happyak, he stayed out last caution. He's gonna have to come down and top it off on fuel.
Man, that's
Snyder's gonna follow him, as well as Williams. Williams had damage. I'm assuming he'll take his fast repair if he hasn't already.
That's is he really slid into his box right there? Happyak he's gonna lose so much time right there. Still not in his box, and still not in his box. There he goes, following his box, and he's gonna lose so much time. He's gotta be really disappointed right there on the pit lane.
He did not want to see that caution. He was laying back with Sharp, so I think he was close on fuel. He's trying to lift. That definitely secured his fate there. He's gonna have to go to the tail end, pretty much of the lead lap. But now, Wygen, he might be close here. It's gonna extend this caution. He should have to save under this caution. He's been leading the whole time. On by yourself, leading the pack. It's 22 laps, so 20 laps by yourself. He might have enough for this first one, but if we see another caution, it could be close.
Yeah, and not sure exactly how many green check-ins in total they have. I'll have to check that right now. Off the top of my head. As here's some upcoming races we have next week at Phoenix. On June 22nd, Homestead June 29th. So Phoenix and Homestead. So we go all the way to the West Coast, back to the East Coast. Next we go back to the West Coast to LA. And then we go to the Midwest and Indianapolis. It's a very interesting, very unique schedule up here. First 5 races, Super Speedway, Phoenix, 1.5, and then we go to 1.5 mile track, and a very short track. He calls him in Indianapolis, the Brickyard. That will be a fun one.
Yeah, LA Coliseum, one of my favorite tracks personally to race. Some of y'all know me. You definitely know. I love the trucks around there. So be interested to see how LA Coliseum will play out. I should be there that weekend. Schedule conflicts for the next couple weeks. So unfortunately, I can't make it to those. So Talon's probably gonna find a new co-commentator.
Yeah,
But
coming to green this time by green, white, checkered. I mean, with how many costumes we've had tonight, I don't even know the amount. I don't even know if it says for me, but man, I just don't know who's gonna get out in front. I mean, look who's on the front row right now. I mean, Wygen Ayers. That's not what the field wants to see, in my opinion. I just don't think those two together. I think just are just so good together, and they just work so well. I mean, with the green checker, anything's possible, but those two together, I mean, yeah.
In my opinion, that's a smart move from Myers there. He's gonna be right behind Wygent, and he definitely did not want arrows right behind Wygent on that restart. But now you're gonna have the front restart, so they're gonna be able to play the game there. So it'll be interesting to see how that plays out. This is green white checkered. Wygent could possibly be close on fuel here. I'll have to see. If we get another green white checkered, Wygent might have to come down pit road. There's not a lot of laps tonight.
A few drivers have to come down pit road actually, but because Wygent's been on. Oh, Sharp's only last time that she pitted was up. It was 26 laps ago, so that could be close on fuel. A lot of these drivers, it's 21 laps, basically the top 10, 21 laps ago. That's gonna be very close on fuel. And that was a whole green flag run. But here we go.
Green flag back there. Now, it's Brady Floyd. He's actually in 6th. He was up front earlier. What will he do? He's our last week winner at Daytona in the duels. What moves will he make to try and go back to back? Now, on that restart, Wygen Ayers instantly back together. That's not good for the field here.
What can the rest of the field do here? As those two tandeming up in front.
Wygen Ayers, single file. Sharp right behind, close. Sharp, really close on fuel. Wygen might be a little close too. Myers, he's gonna look to the outside. He blinked out there. Floyd stuck P5. He's gonna stick by Myers. He's gonna give him the shove. Gonna try and get a big run, build that gap, build that run, and go high.
No caution out yet.
They're gonna make it back to the white flag.
Here comes
Myers. Gonna look
Myers.
high. Floyd's gonna go to the bottom.
Brady Floyd to the inside. Here comes the rest of the field. Here comes Kevin Winker to the top side.
That's gonna really slow the field. They're gonna be 3 wide.
The top 4.
That's gonna slow the field big time. That's gonna give the top 4 a big gap.
A little bit of contact too. As can they sit?
Now Wygen is sharp, close on fuel. It'll be interesting to see if they can make it. But here's big shove to Wygen. And the 3 and 4, big shove from behind. Sharp out of fuel.
Sharp out of fuel. Coming to the flag. That's good. Oh, here comes Brady Floyd on the outside lane. Big run.
Brady Floyd to the outside, but off turn 4. Wygen all night, led so many laps, and he's gonna have it all by himself. Pacey Wygen is gonna win the season opener at Daytona with Ryan Ayers in P2. They could not get separated, and those two dominated the whole night and will finish 1-2. Great dominance from them tonight. Brady Floyd, he recovers for P3. Sharp running out of fuel on that white flag. She will finish last at a lead lap in P19.
What a race that was, and Pacey Wygen, Rodney Ayers 1-2. Are we really surprised? That's what I mean. That's why I said multiple times tonight. Those two were the main guys to beat, and look where they finished. 1-2. Brady Floyd had a crazy run off of turn 3 and 4. I think he was working with Giovanni Klein, and man, those two. I mean, if it was Talladega, they had a chance to win that one.
It's just that run. It was a little bit too late. The 3 wide move on the last lap, early on the white flag, just killed the back half of the field, and it just didn't. They couldn't get the run built back up in time. As Pacey Wygant, he dominated pretty much the whole night, led a bunch of laps, barely makes it on fuel, and he's got enough to burn it down on the front stretch. Just a great race for him tonight. A lot of laps led. As him and Ayers were the class of the field all night. Now it'll be interesting to see how much fuel will Wygant have. We'll have to ask him that in the interview. He may have been close. He led pretty much that whole last run. So I wonder how close he really was on fuel.
I think he's gonna park it right on the start finish line. Alright, he's gonna do a little extra burnout. He went 23 laps on those last pit stops. So I think he probably had I mean Sharp, she did 28. So I think they could probably do on a few more laps, maybe. But yeah. What a win for Wygant. Man, what those two just Rodney Ayers and Wygant dominating this race tonight. So we take a yeah, there you go.
So, and just also from Wygant, just great start to open the season. First few races, not 9 points races, but he wins the Clash at Erindale, second at Daytona in the duel, and now wins the season opener. Great momentum, to start the season. So be interested to see as we'll be right back.
Yeah, we'll take a quick break and we'll be interviewing our top 3 drivers for tonight's first race of the season.
Pull those belts tight. You're watching the Bolt Grand National Series.
Ready, green, green, green.
Only on Legends Racing Network.
And we're back here live at Daytona with our race winner.
I'm down here in victory lane with Pacey Wygant, second time this season as he did win the Clash, but great race for tonight. And we were looking on your fuel. You got stretched it there at 23. I was wondering how close were you really on fuel there on the last pretty much checker.
I had enough for two overtimes. That was it. If we got to that third one, I was in trouble, but we had just enough to come home with a victory there.
All right, well, so that's a big question I had. So you had a great run with Ronnie. He was pushing you all night. So how are your guys, managing the runs and your strategy for tonight, really?
It was just trying to keep the teammates, hooked up. Luckily, me and Rodney, we started pretty close to the front. I think he started 6. I started outside pole, so it wasn't that much of a real strategy. It was just we're teammates. We're gonna stick together. We had some teammates that were comers and goers. Shout out to Nick for almost pulling off one heck of a strategy there. But it was just all about communication, just trying to time the runs where the outside wasn't going to be able to suck back the person, whoever was behind, and just blocking when you needed to. I think I had to block like one single run the entire race, and it all just kind of worked out. I don't think I've ever had a Daytona race go as smoothly as I had this one go.
All right. Well, I asked you the same question at Irwindale, but you got great momentum. But this time it actually matters. So the race win, you got the most amount of points you can get this this to start the season. So great points, probably a good points lead. So how are you gonna manage that going into the first half of the season, really?
Oh, it's just, game on. Obviously, last couple weeks I haven't been momentum based for me as much, but this one definitely brings some momentum, and hopefully I can consistently be up towards the front, if not winning races all season long. Having the points lead, definitely a big plus. But yeah, it's just huge momentum. Looking forward to the rest of the season. We are still bringing in drivers currently, so if there's anybody in chat that would want to come in, just somehow get in touch with Rodney Ayers or myself, and come join the the fun of Bolt. So it's just going to be a really fun season.
All right. Well, before I send you off on your way, you got any sponsors you'd like to thank you for tonight's win?
Yeah, I got to shout out Ayers Design for making and being on the car. Y'all up in the booth for broadcasting. Great. It's a great broadcast to watch, by the way. I love it. Got to shout out PBR Racing. Obviously, I wouldn't have been able to do what I did without teammates out there tonight. So huge shout out to them. Shout out to my fiance. She's always watching. I think that about does it.
All right. Well, good win tonight, and we'll see you next week. I believe. Sorry, I forgot. Phoenix. Yeah. So see you next week at Phoenix.
All right.
As that was our race winner, Pacey Wygent will bring in our second place finisher, Rodney Ayers. Rodney, you got a copy?
Yeah, I heard him.
All right, so great race for you tonight. You and Pacey, great dominance pretty much all night. You guys really couldn't have been separated, but you had a great run. So, just interesting question. You kind of got separated there in those like from that kind of towards the end of the last run. What was your plan to try and get out of that? Really, if it would have stayed green.
I knew I had several teammates around me. I was going to work with whoever I had around me. But my main goal was to just get up towards the front because I know there had been quite a few wrecks tonight, and I didn't really want to be involved in the mix of that. And me and Pacey was doing pretty good up front, pretty much the whole race, and I didn't have to worry about being wrecked up there. Usually, but yeah, I was just trying to stay out of the thick of it.
Well, another thing, you and Pacey really had the bumping pushing down. Everyone else really didn't really have it really well. You guys are easily the best at pushing. So how did it feel? Did it feel like it was kind of you had it really hard to push? You felt like you were gonna wreck Pacey a couple times with how aggressive the pushing was?
The pushing's always been the same between him and I. We know our limitations. The car felt a little loose for me, so I was getting a little squirrely coming off the corners here and there, and I'd hit him just a little off center and make him squirrely. But other than that, me and him's pretty good. He can push me just as good as I can push him normally, and I've got other teammates I can work with. It's just I didn't see any of them all race, it seemed.
All right. Well, before I send you off on your way here, any sponsors you'd like to thank for second place? First, second place.
Yeah, I gotta shout out my designs, Ayers Designs. I gotta shout out my team, PBR Racing. Gotta shout out my admins, Nick, Happy Ack, and Pacey Wygent. Those guys helped me tremendously. And last but not least, I gotta shout you guys out for broadcasting for us.
All right. Well, congrats on your second place finish, and we'll see you next week at Phoenix.
Appreciate it, man.
As well, bring in our third place finisher, Brady Floyd. Brady, you got us, man?
Yes, sir.
So you got the win last week at in the duel, starting the pole here tonight. So yeah, got shuffled to the back after the pit stop, early pit stop. So how hard was it to move up through the pack, and how important was track position in your eyes?
Honestly, it wasn't too hard to move up if the middle was open, and it was open a good bit tonight. But there wasn't more than maybe 2 people I saw that were able to take a push in that outside lane tonight. So actually, bump drafting was not really an option. I just kind of had to find the hole and fill it. So and then a lot of, I guess, bigger teams, a couple 4-car teams, I think, here tonight. So it's kind of rough when you're solo. So I'll take a good finish out of that all day.
So you got well, how was the fuel in your eyes? How easy was it for you to save? Because it was kind of close on that last run, that 20 lap run to the end. I was just wondering how much do you think you could have saved if you just sat back and just lifted in the back?
I think everybody that pit there was probably good. I'm pretty sure I ended with around 3 laps in the tank, and I assume everybody else was roughly the same. So I don't think anybody was probably in too big a danger of not making it, except maybe the leader for that super long run there. But I don't even think he pit. So a couple guys I think might have sputtered coming off the final corner, guys that were leading the pack. But no, I think for the most part people were good. It would have been really interesting if we would have gotten a second green white checkered there, but no, I think most everybody was good.
I've seen you struggling with pushing. I heard you on the radio with the pushing. So how did the pushing feel to you, and how tough was it to really push someone like it is like easier, like you said, in the next gen car and like the Xfinity car?
I mean, it felt fine to me. I don't know what was going on. The default steering ratio was pretty low, but the offset was quite big, so that might have been what people were struggling with. Just where to place the wheel in the corners and things like that. But no, as long as you're not pushing on the left rear, it's fine. You can lock, you can bump draft, you can push really big. I don't think the momentum transfers as well as a car like the next gen, but you can still do it and gain a good amount of time.
All right. Well, before I send you off on your way here, yeah, any sponsors you'd like to thank for your third place tonight?
Yeah. Well, first I want to shout out the one car. I don't know who he is. I don't know where he's from, but he and I worked together really, really well in that last green white checkered. It's always really, I guess, interesting to see if you're pretty much locked into a position, which I was pretty much locked into 6th. Had we not had that green white checkered, whether you lose or gain. And I think I was in a pretty rough spot, and he just pushed the hell out of me for almost a full lap. So I'm happy he was able to get the top 5, and thank you to him for that. Got to thank the sponsors for the team. Fourcloak Media, you can find him at fourcloak.net for paints, graphics, and broadcasting needs. Pierce Graphics at piercegraphics.com. And then the rest of us you can find at AsiaEsports.com. Oval and Road Racing League, capping off one of our first special event wins outside of a solo event this year. So it was pretty fun today. So you can find us at AsiaEsports.com.
All right. Well, it's Brady Floyd. Congrats on your third place finish, and we'll see you next week at Phoenix.
Thanks.
What a race that was, and man, that was just a very unique race. And tonight, and a lot of cautions. I'm not sure the official number. To be honest with you, I don't. Yeah. One thing to note though, the one car Brady Floyd was talking about, he pitted 7 times during the race. And another car, 94, Jimmy Monick, hit 9 times, so or 8 times actually. But man,
I believe there are 8 cautions tonight. So
8 cautions, yeah. So like
yes,
8. I think he might pit every single caution. So that's very interesting. But Daytona always provides some good racing. That was a fun one. Let's take a look at our results for tonight's race.
so Pacey Wygant, starting off the season strong, even with the win here at Daytona. Got second last week in the duel, so great results for him here at Daytona. Ronnie Ayers, he'll round out P2. Brady Floyd will finish P3 and round out our podium. Lane Myers and Giovanni Klein, 4th and 5th. They rounded our top 5. Kevin Winker and Leonard Williams, P6 and 7. Jamie mentioned 8th. TJ Trout, 9th. And Cole Steiner rounds out our top 10. David Anderson, P11. Tristan Bayer, 12th. John Matthews, 13th. Max Merritt, 14th. Zach Meredith, 15th. Donnie Kite, 16th. Rance Llewellyn, 17th. Nick Hapiak had to pit on that last caution and just got stuck in the back. He finished 18th. And running out of fuel in the last lap, Lily Pilcher Sharp, P19. Our last car in lead lap, Greg Pillar, first car on two laps down, P20. And Bobby Blowers, I believe he was running around there pretty slow on that at the end. He finished P21st, 7 laps down. Hunter Peach, 22nd, 9 laps down. Brian Swope, 23rd. Brian Earhart, 24th. And Joey Green and Michael Morgan out of the race, P25 and 26. And Mike Rosero not taking the green flag tonight. He finishes P27. So overall, a great race here tonight. Had a good bit of yellows, but shook things up. And very great race here tonight. But Pacey Wygant could not, and Ryan Ayers, they could not have been separated. They pull off the 1-2.
Yeah, next week we go to Phoenix, completely different track than this one. And that one should be pretty interesting. The 1 mile track in Arizona. And that's going to be it for tonight. Thank you guys for watching. And we will see you guys on Tuesday for our next broadcast at 8:20 p.m. Eastern Time. For this league, Bolt Racing League, it's next week, Saturday, at same time, 9:30 p.m. Eastern Time. So we will see you guys later. Thank you guys for watching.